The Brazilian Wonder Kid was sent to a random pitch and was reunited with the small Argentinian man. They were happy to see each other, but TBH, they had no idea why they were there. Then a random coach spawned and said that they were picking one player to re-sign to the Spanish Super Club. Whoever scored the most goals would re-sign. They were playing against an overpowered national team. The two ballers decided to work together. The small Argentinian was through, but out of nowhere, the Nigerian defender hit him with the cleanest slide tackle. Then he played a long ball, which the striker headed back from him to score a green-timed power shot from half. How does a defender score from this far out, bruh? Anyways, they got another chance, and the midfielder nutmegged the small Argentinian. Their 6'4" striker was in the box, and the midfielder skillfully crossed it. He headed it in using his power header plus trait to double their lead. It's not looking good, bruv. That's until the Brazilian Wonder Kid realized he needed to lock in on his own. The Brazilian Wonder Kid's team was losing 2-0, and he decided to lock in as he destroyed the defender not once but twice and scored a rocket volley. Oh, que golazo. His teammate, the small Argentinian man, knew he could match that and went on a crazy solo run, breaking the defender's ankles to make it 2-2. I can't lie, this was a banger. He even weak foot chipped it. Now the two teammates each had one goal to their names. Whichever teammate scored more would get signed, and the Brazilian Wonder Kid had a chance. But the small Argentinian man was pleading for it, and the Brazilian Wonder Kid gave in and passed it. The Argentinian man got fouled before he could score, and it was a penalty. He gave the penalty to the Brazilian Wonder Kid out of respect, and now he had a chance to score and get signed. Can he clutch up here? The Brazilian Wonder Kid had a chance to get signed if he scored this penalty. This was the most crucial moment of his career. Can he make his dreams come true? Then, out of nowhere, the small Argentinian man snaked him and scored the penalty so he could get signed. This was so devastating as now, the Brazilian Wonder Kid would not be re-signing to his new club. So instead of making the dream return, he accepted a money move to a top Saudi club. In the first match, he was playing against a top team who had the GOAT. This guy was the best and most decorated striker of all time. This team locked up the Brazilian Wonder Kid, and bro stood no chance. Then they crossed it into the GOAT, who headed it in to take the lead. What a trademark goal from the GOAT. This is when the Brazilian Wonder Kid had enough. He locked in. He channeled his Brazilian flair. It was time for a samba skill show. Can he score the equalizer here? The Brazilian Wonder Kid had a chance to tie the game, and he scored. Now he was playing with confidence and taking over the game with his incredible skillful prowess. But it was the Serbian striker who had the killer instinct to take on a defender and have a shot on goal. The ball was going in, but the GOAT hustled back and somehow cleared the ball off the line. The ball fell to the Brazilian Wonder Kid, who completed the top one most technical move in football. Then he volleyed it upper 90 bins to win the match. Oh golly, that was such a banger. The GOAT was so sad he was crying in his car. The team partied for days in the club to celebrate this win. The Brazilian Wonder Kid was getting absolutely turned up. They brought the energy and hype into the next match until they were shocked at who they were playing against. They could not believe it. It was none other than the young Bobby Charlton. 2012 Mudryk was up against Bobby Charlton in a goal-deciding one-on-one. His ball control was actually incredible, and the Brazilian Wonder Kid watched as he completely faked out the young Bobby Charlton and then managed to score afterwards. The Brazilian Wonder Kid couldn't believe it as he rushed over to the pitch. The coach said he was no longer needed on the team. The Brazilian Wonder Kid was absolutely distraught. He for a second thought his career was over, until his phone started ringing, and it was a call-up to his national team. He was told about a rare opportunity to play against a top club team in a cup final. The match was literally tomorrow. He traveled all the way to Spain to play in a cup final. They could see the beautiful trophy already. Can they beat the top Spanish team? The Brazilian Wonder Kid was challenging for the trophy. He was working with his national team. The top Spanish club were standing in the way of the trophy. This was a high-level team, and there was a lot of pressure. The Brazilian Wonder Kid locked in and went on a crazy skill run. He hit some clean moves, but then the veteran defender ran in and fouled him in the box. They were awarded a penalty, and the Brazilian Wonder Kid stepped up. This was a pressure penalty. I can hear his heartbeat from here. If he scored, they take the lead in this cup final. He did his signature run-up and sent the GK, but he hit the post. The rebound came out to his teammate, and somehow he got fouled again. There was another penalty, and the teammate claimed it. Can he score to take the lead? The Brazilian Wonder Kid's teammate had a penalty to take the lead, but the goalkeeper somehow managed to pull off an effortless save. Ain't no way bro saved that. Now the top Spanish club locked in and played liquid football. They took the lead with a curling top bins banger. Then they got another chance, and the classic midfielder did his signature move to unlock the defense, and he made it 2-0. The Brazilian Wonder Kid couldn't believe it. Then he fully realized where he was, and he locked in and entered Brazilian full potential Lord mode. The last player to enter this was Pelé himself. He skillfully played a 1-2 with his teammate and then hit a 10-star skill move on the last defender. But can he finish the chance and begin the comeback? The Brazilian Wonder Kid hit a 10-star skill move to beat the defender, and then he chipped the keeper. The comeback was on. Then he rainbow flicked the defender and volleyed it home to tie the game. Now it was time to fully lock in. He ran through the whole team, and when he was in the box, he got brought down. It was a penalty, and the Brazilian Wonder Kid had a chance to win the cup final. He stepped up to the spot, and he wasn't nervous. The Brazilian Wonder Kid was cold-blooded. He took the penalty kick, but the goalkeeper pulled off a wicked save. He almost panicked, but then the Brazilian Wonder Kid saw that there was a rebound, and he slid in to tap it in. The Brazilian Wonder Kid had won the cup for his team single-handedly. Now it was time to lift this trophy for the second time in his career. What an amazing way to end the season. That marks the end of Season 5 of the Brazilian Wonder Kid. Make sure to subscribe because the Brazilian Wonder Kid will be returning, and trust me, you don't want to miss this. Also hit that like button because it supports the channel a lot.
Running around with the top down, me and Nova on the track, made a bop now. I was down, but I'm up.